call on this particular call. So this is our call number 5 in our monthly training, coaching, and Q&A calls. So the one thing I did want to talk about, and then answer any questions for you guys related to that or whatever. One of the things that we've been doing, actually I've done this from day one when we started building websites for clients 10 years ago, is adding FAQ pages, frequently asked questions, to clients' websites. So I wish I could get all my clients to do it. They don't always do it, but we always attempt to get them to put some of that together. There's a couple ways to do it. So this one's a pretty simple way where you have the question, then you just click a little drop down and it expands out with the answer. So why do we do this? Why would we want to have FAQs? So part of this is the process of just trust building with your clients, with your prospects, and really helping you qualify that prospect better. So by the time that prospect comes to you with a phone call or, fill out a form, your online chat or whatever it is, that they've already kind of qualified themselves. They're a much more qualified prospect because they've answered and understood most of the key questions about interacting with you and your services. So that was always my main reason for it in the early days. The other question that comes up a lot in general is, how do I come up with content? Like, what is the content that I should be using? So whether that's for my social media, for my website, or whatever. Well, FAQs are a great place to start in terms of just basic content. So we have text here for all of these, but these would be great videos to have, 2 to 3 to 5 minute videos that talk about each of these questions. So now we have a core set of content that we can use over and over again that's evergreen, that's always going to be important to our prospects because we're answering the most basic questions that people have.
Is that what evergreen means?
When I say evergreen, I mean it's something you continue to use over and over, right? It never gets stale. It never gets old.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to always have it. We're always going to use it. It's the basics that you need to have.
It's like what every client should start with, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So the other thing that's really become important with this is the different voice search tools that are out there now. So, we have Google Assistant already. We have Siri on the iPhone. But we also have things like Cortana, Assisted Living in Centennial.
87% loaded, 90% loaded. You are currently on web content. To enter the full customer survey,
including Rose of Sharon, Valencia, Serenity House Assisted Living, Hunters Hill, Centennial, Colorado, Brookdale, Greenwood Village, Skilled Nursing, the Inn at Greenwood Village, Brookdale, Greenwood Village, and others.
So Cortana is reading those results to me. All these results are on Bing. So if you're a local brick and mortar and you're like, what's Bing? I don't know what Bing is. Well, so that's something you might want to find out because Bing's doing that. Now we could always ask a question. Let's see. Let's pick one of these. How about this one? What is hospice?
Hospice means a home providing care for the sick or terminally ill.
So now a simple one like that's probably just going to come out of their database. Let's see if I do this. Are your assisted living homes licensed by the state of Colorado?
According to seniorcaring.com, Colorado's assisted living homes regulations and Laos assisted living homes are regulated by a state-to-state basis. Every state has a publicly accessible legal document outlining the regulations, licensing, operation, and other rules for assisted living.
So it's actually pulling that answer from a website and reading that answer back. So there's a whole other aspect of, can that be our website, and how do we make that happen? Obviously, there's a lot of work that can go behind that to make that possible. And then obviously, again, this is using Cortana right off of my computer, and looking at the search results that come up in Bing. So every different tool is going to have a little bit of a different result with that. But as we build out and think about our website, I think the FAQ is a pretty important piece in terms of potential search results possibilities. So between Alexa now is not just a speaker, it's actually an app. So I have Alexa on my Microsoft computer here, and I can use Alexa. Alexa is an app that can be installed on your Android or your iPhone. So people are going to be using Alexa in more and more places than just with their speakers. So, and again, Alexa is using a different search function. So what I see at some point, we'll be able to measure these, what's coming from voice search versus someone typing something in over time. Right now, we don't know 100% for sure necessarily where some of that comes from. Alexa, at this point, there's no Alexa analytics that say, how much did my website come up in an Alexa search. We'll get there at some point. But right now, at least through Google and anything that connects with Google and Google search or Bing search, that's that type of information we can track. And typically when I see a full question, my assumption is that probably came from some type of voice search. So Google Assistant or Siri, most likely, a lot of the time. So
it's kind of surprising Bing doesn't have one. I
think FAQs are super important on any website for any business that's offering any kind of services for those reasons. So anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to really emphasize today. If you have questions about that or questions about anything else, happy to tackle those.
Awesome. I do have a quick one. Oh, is the audio?
Whenever.
I think the audio is okay. There we are.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Let's see. Are you guys able to hear me okay?
Now,
okay. Did we go out for a minute?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did.